Hello! It's pick and mix time again. 15 questions from here, there, and everywhere. Let's begin. Question 1. When God gave instructions about the Jubilee year, He told Israel that they were not to sow during that year, and that they were not to reap from unpruned vines. How often was the Jubilee year? Was it every 5 years, every 10 years, every 20 years, or every 50 years? And according to Leviticus chapter 25, Jubilee year was every 50 years. Question 2. Who wrote the book of Ecclesiastes? And that was Solomon, although perhaps that's still up for debate. Question 3. Who was the king of Moab who was a very fat man? Was that Sihon, Eglon, Mesha, or Balak? And that was Eglon. You'll find him in Judges chapter 3. Question 4. Where did the apostles preach to the Jews only, and the hand of the Lord was with them, and a great number believed? Was that Jerusalem, Philippi, Antioch, or Corinth? And a great number believed in Antioch in Acts chapter 11. Question 5. Elisha purified a pot of stew that had been poisoned with what? And the answer is wild gourds. You'll find it in 2 Kings chapter 4. Question 6. Another one without a multiple choice. What animal did God provide for Abraham to sacrifice in place of Isaac? And the answer is a ram in Genesis chapter 22. Question 7. How many days of temptation did Jesus endure in the wilderness? Of course, the answer is 40. You'll find it in Mark chapter 1. Question 8. The Lord smote King Jehoram in his bowels with an incurable disease. What happened to him after 2 years? Did the prophet Elijah send him to wash 7 times in the Jordan and he was healed? The city he lived in was besieged and he died of starvation. Worms consumed him as he stood in front of the great congregation. Or his bowels fell out and he died an agonizing death. And according to 2 Chronicles chapter 21, his bowels fell out. Painful. Question 9. 4 men suffering from leprosy went to surrender to which army that found their camp abandoned? Was that the Palestinian army, the Babylonians, the Syrians, or the Hittites? And that was an abandoned Syrian camp in 2 Kings chapter 7. Question 10. Where did Abraham bury Sarah? Was that Beersheba, a field near Bethlehem, the cave of Machpelah, or Haran? That was the cave of Machpelah in Genesis chapter 23. Question 11. Israel had victory over the Amalekites in battle as long as Moses did what? Does that lead them in battle? Fast and pray? Hold the rod of God aloft? Or strike the ground with his staff? And Moses had to hold the rod of God aloft in Exodus chapter 17. Question 12. How many changes of clothing did Samson say that he would give the Philistines if they could answer his riddle? Was that 5, 10, 20, or 30? Well, you need a big wardrobe for 30 changes of clothes in Judges chapter 14. Question 13. As Hezekiah wept to God in prayer, what did God do in response? Did he heal him, kill his enemies, or raise his child from the dead? And Hezekiah was healed in 2 Kings chapter 20. Question 14. What was Jesus doing in the boat when the disciples thought they were going to perish in the storm? Jesus was sleeping in Matthew chapter 8. And question 15. Who offered Delilah silver to find out the secret of Samson's strength? Was it the lords of the Philistines, the chief priests, the scribes, or the Amorites? And that was the lord of the Philistines in Judges chapter 16. Go on, tell me you got 15 out of 15. And then tell me how many you really got. Until next time, goodbye and God bless.